Giants fans got a present this morning on the Twitters and on the IGs, and they unwrapped it. It was a big stinky turd.
Yeah.
And it said, fuck you guys, signed Carlos Correa, I'm going to the Mets.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly for the first time.
We're back. Brand fresh new content the week of Christmas. That's how much we love our fans. We love bringing the lofts to everyone during the holidays.
Our present to you.
Our present to you. Absolutely. Well, we got at the time of recording this morning, Giants fans got a present this morning on the Twitters and on the IGs, and they unwrapped it. It was a big stinky turd.
Yeah.
And it said, fuck you guys, signed Carlos Correa, I'm going to the Mets. So this had been announced at least a week ago, right, Cern?
Yeah, like 6 days.
And it was the day of the press conference, and then all of a sudden something on Twitter was like, press conference has been postponed or canceled. And then speculation ran like wildfire. There was it's very vague, a lot of vagaries around this, of course. Of course, so much vagaries. There was, quote unquote, an issue with the physical or with his
the
medical check. Further speculation, and this is a day or two ago, right? Nothing's coming out of it. And then this morning, at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was early.
The Mets owner
signed.
Hail Mary fucking signed him.
Stat boy is beside himself.
How could you not be? I mean, it's.
What did he call earlier? It made me laugh. Well, he said the Giants are always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yes.
But it was Joe and him were going in on it.
They were digging into that joke.
And then what? Oh, it was the what do you call it? He called it treachery or betrayal. That's right.
Betrayal. I mean, seriously though. So before the show, I was just trying to catch up on what's the latest from the rumor mill on this, and I mean, there's reports that Correa was already dressed for the press conference. Like it was ready. It was happening. So I don't suspect we're going to find the answer. Like no one's going to tell us what the answer is.
Yeah, I want those physicals released. I want to know what it is. I mean, it could be a problem. I mean, if you think about it, if you're the Giants, because at first I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, thinking about it, and I was watching some guys do their take on it, and it's like, you got this guy for 13 years, and if he's got a problem, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, that was the big thing when that contract came out. I was excited to get that caliber of a player, but 13 years, and I'm like, how old is this guy? I mean, he's not 24. He's going to be 42, 43 at the end of the contract.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay.
Is he? I don't know what's happening then, unless we use him for a couple seasons, 6 years, 7 years, and then trade him off.
He's on the DL like 6 times in his career already.
Yeah.
So,
well,
might as well just pick up Long Correa for that kind of nonsense. Pick him back up.
That's classic. That's a Sabian movie. He's coming back to haunt us still. But one other take that I saw as well is that obviously this looks like the Giants ownership got cold feet and balked, made up some reason they balked and they pulled out. And Boris he's the super agent. This guy doesn't lose.
Some would call him the GOAT.
Yeah, he would be the GOAT of agents. And
well, maybe second place to Bobby Bonilla's, whoever that guy was.
oh yeah,
that guy's the GOAT.
I wonder if Bobby Bonilla, it was probably like his cousin. You know how some players are like, oh yeah, my cousin's my agent.
Yeah.
He took accounting 101 in college and the second level accounting 201. So
And fleece the Mets.
yes, he totally Bernie Madoff to the Bernie Madoff supported Mets. But people are saying, well, Borjas going and just landing for the next quickest deal a year down and some off the average contract value is very out of character for him.
Yeah,
So-
I thought that was interesting too because it was like we need it's like medical, and it's like maybe they can work something out, and it's like no, we're going to push this through like right now.
Yeah, so maybe there was going to be some leaking of some sort of medical thing, and he wanted to get something signed and inked before that came out, and the Mets are just like, oh hey, he has some sort of hair, whatever the thing is, and they're like, hey, we got to shoot our shot.
Yeah, I know.
And that dude doesn't care about spending
and
money.
I hope they land in like third place again. I will never stop laughing.
That is such a sweet, not revenge is not the right word, but it's just what is the word for that?
I don't know.
Anyway, emails.
Clickbait.
Yeah. you love to see it. It makes you feel good for some reason to see, to see that happen, but fucking brutal. And now here's the problem. All the good free agents are gone. There's like all the good players for this offseason are gone. So now the Giants
are going to turn into the fucking A's.
Now we're dude,
piece it together with like some fucking beer league softball team on like
I know
$15 million.
I mean, when Jock Peterson now is like your best bat in your lineup, problem. You know the meme that's like,
and they lost Rodon. It's like,
I know, so much badness. Yeah, like they arguably got worse than they were last year.
At this point, this is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Giants ownership, the whole front office, they look like buffoons. They had all that cash and didn't get a fucking thing. Well, yeah, Mitch Haniger. Ooh.
Who?
Yeah, 250 batting average, hitting 13 bombs. Will fit right on in.
Yes.
So I'm thinking next year, you just back the Brinks truck up to Ohtani's front door.
Dude, that's what people are saying. But that meme that the guy's putting on the clown makeup, like, and he's like, and then the next frame he has the hat on, the wig on, and he has all the paint, and they're like, we're gonna sign Ohtani next year. It's like, yep, let's get hurt, ready to get hurt again.
Yeah. They. Oh.
Yeah. Just brutal.
And you know what? They better have some superstars coming up, but it doesn't look too good.
It doesn't. I mean, the farm system either isn't incredibly.
It's better.
Yeah, it's definitely improved, but it's not out of this world or anything that we can bring up a couple real exciting guys like the players the Orioles are bringing up, and
I think they have a couple.
Yeah,
I think they're going to bring up a pitcher or one.
Yeah. So,
you know what? It's just when they didn't sign Rodon either, I was like, all he wanted was like a 6-year deal, and it's like, no. It's like
he was another injury, quote unquote, injury prone type of guy, right?
Oh yeah, he had Tommy John or whatever a couple years ago.
But I mean, every pitcher has Tommy John now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Small Scott had a few.
It's like every other year he was getting one. He was getting it tuned up.
Yeah,
tightened up. Just go in there, like there's like a little wrench on his couple of his tendons in his elbow. They're just like 2 notches. Like boom,
tighten back up. We're good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's I was like, wow. So they don't have anybody.
I mean, they made a couple moves, but it's not very exciting. Certainly.
No, I have to agree with Dana on his.
Yeah.
Bridesmaid bride.
I did see something now that it's like the Mets have spent more money this offseason than the Orioles have since 2009 or something like that.
Oh, shit.
Like just one of those crazy stats. And probably
They had like $385 million on the books this year.
who?
Mets.
Oh yeah,
Like their payroll's $385 million.
and then their luxury.
111 million luxury tax.
Oh my god! I mean,
mean,
how much money does this dude have, or are they making that much money?
I don't know.
I
I didn't think anybody cared about the Mets.
I mean, yeah, people from New York, I suppose. But yeah, there's not a lot of Mets fans out on the West Coast. Yeah, and Judge named captain of the Yankees.
I was like, that was all over. You know, it's just like, oh, the 16th. I was like, no, I'm not a Yankees fan. So I give her ass. Keep that press conference on Yes Network and not on National Network.
Right. That's such a little. Yeah, that's such a Yankees thing to do. Is like have some public thing about who your captain's going to be. Like who fucking cares?
It's like they're passing the torch. Like like is that the actual patch that was on Babe Ruth's jersey? Get out of my face.
Yeah, it's all tattered. He's got a cigar. He's been putting the cigar stains in it. Ashes. Mickey Mantle, when he had it, he probably there's fucking like dry Mickey Mantle jizz on there when he used
or
as
like a booze.
Yeah. Have you seen that? It makes the rounds on the internet every once in a while, but that letter from Mickey Mantle that the Yankees were like, "Oh, you're being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like, write your favorite moments that you remember at Yankee Stadium." Have you heard this one?
I think I have, but I don't remember exactly what was on the letter. Because I think I've seen it a few times, and it's like,
okay, I'll get it. Here we go. Letter. Oh, it's up for auction. That's why it's back in the news. Okay, great. Well, so the bidding started at $1,000. It's already eclipsed $10,000. Okay. All right. So this is, when was this? Oh, it's the 50th year anniversary of Yankee Stadium in 1973. So they had Mickey Mantle. They wanted to have him say some nice things since he's a huge icon in Yankees history, right? Okay. Here's the questionnaire. The question: I consider the following my outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium. And then he writes in, this is Mickey Mantle, Yankees legend. I got a blowjob under the right field bleachers by the Yankees bullpen.
That's right.
There's another question. This event occurred on or about, and then parentheses, give as much detail as you can. It was about the third or fourth inning. I had a pulled ass or like pulled hamstring and couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked me what to do with the cum after. I told her, I don't care. Don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker. Signed Mickey Mantle, the All-American boy. And he wrote that.
There you go.
So that's why the C on the jersey would maybe have some jizz on it.
That would be about right.
Yeah.
You know, I was like sickening to me when they make a loop of him getting the captain, announcing him like it's like.
And Jeter was there, of course.
I know. Always passing the torch. Like, get the fuck out of here. When was the last time he played? So they had no captain? They had no captain.
Yeah, I don't want to make this the Yankees part. Now we have to look up like Yankee captains. Here we go. This is probably a trending search. Oh, it's a whole Wikipedia thing. Okay, the list of New York Yankees captains.
All right. So the first one is it Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth is on there, but so the first one is from 1891 to 1914.
Is he alive still?
Clark Griffin. He, no, it looks like he's since passed.
Yeah.
May it rest in peace. I think Babe Ruth is a good place to start because I don't know these other players, but yes, Babe Ruth was captain for the year 1922.
He only got 1 year?
Just 1 year.
Oh, man. With Lou Gehrig in it?
Lou Gehrig, yes. He was captain from 1935 to 1939.
In multiple years?
I guess so, yeah.
Was it pity for the ALS? Or?
It must have He's pity captain. And then they didn't have a captain for 37 years until Thurman Munson.
Thurman Munson, not Joe DiMaggio,
no,
Mickey Mantle,
no,
not Mr. Coffee himself,
Thurman,
Joe DiMaggio. What the fuck?
He was captain for 3 years. Then Greg Niddles.
Didn't Thurman Munson, was he the catcher that died in that plane crash or something like that?
Let me see. Yeah, he died when he was 32 years old. Oh shit.
Was he honorary captain?
Death. Yes, he had been flying airplanes for over a year and purchased a jet with the Yankee blue interior so he could fly it home on his off days. It was his fourth plane in less than a year and a half. His flight instructor said he's been, it's good. Oh boy. He was practicing takeoffs and landings at Akron Airport.
We're holidayed it, huh?
Oh, he did not extend the flaps that sank too low. Hit a tree stump and burst into flames. Oh boy. The other people in there did survive.
Oh man! So the captain goes down.
Yeah.
Everyone else survives.
Damn.
Man, to hit it on his side or something.
Rip. Then Greg Nettles, Willie Randolph, captain from 1986 to 1988. And then there was co-captains for the same time period. Rod Gertie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Mr. Baseball, Don Mattingly, captain from 1991 to 1995. Derek Jeter, 2003 to 2014. Damn.
So they just pick a time to
elect
the captain, or
I guess it doesn't seem. And then Aaron Judge to present. So they just take some years off. Why do they?
I wonder. So he has captain now. So what happens this year when he has like 200 strikeouts, bats like 230, hits like 10 bombs? They're gonna strip it off of his jersey, right? You've lost the title.
Is he gonna have a demerit night at Yankee Stadium? Everyone comes.
A little minus next time.
Yeah,
C minus.
They cover it up. Today the captain is the clubhouse leader. Okay. I didn't think it was that. Do the Giants have captains?
I think they do. Remember when Belt was it a couple years ago, and he
right,
like electrical taped a C on his fucking jersey or something stupid.
Oh, I do remember that. I guess. Oh, well, whatever.
I don't know. He's a clubhouse leader. Now I don't know. Maybe he is. He seems like a kind of guy. Maybe not quite a clubhouse leader. He likes to just go out and handle his business quietly. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, maybe Jeter was kind of like that too.
Yeah,
no A-Rod on that list.
No.
We're changing the pod to Yankees blasphemy.
We're a direct competitor with the Talkin' Yanks podcast. We're the opposite of the 180 of the Talkin' Yanks on the John Boys.
Fucking Yanks.
That would be. I mean, that could also be a very good pod as well. Talk about a niche. Just a hate pod.
I think we would skyrocket. Like, oh, these guys are...
Yeah.
Except for just in that area, though. I think we'd be especially big in Boston.
Yeah. Probably strong listenership from
although
Boston.
I'm sure maybe we'd go off on a jag and start rolling on the Red Sox, and
yeah,
we'd
lose focus like normal, like we usually do, like we normally do. We had a bit of excitement this weekend at our house. We were just driving back from grabbing lunch, I think on Saturday or Sunday, and right in front I see a white dog dart across the street, which is a busy thoroughfare, and there's a train track a train was driving by on it, maybe 50 feet away. And I was like, uh-oh. And of course the kids saw it and my wife saw it. I'm like, well, do you just want to go, it was loose. It had a little collar on. So my wife hopped out, grabbed it, and no, there's a collar, but no phone number. Like, why has it got to be easy, right? Okay. So my wife and my daughter wants to get out. Can we help? I said, just go over to the houses like across the street where we saw it run from and just ask them, be like, yo, is this your fucking dog? Did it get out? Checked a couple houses, no dice. It's like, okay, let's bring the dog back home, and we'll just put it in the cage, and we'll put something on Facebook, and we'll figure it out, right? So we have, now mind you, we had our oldest dog die on Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah,
so there's a little bit of fresh wounds. There's a lot of, when are we going to get a dog to replace that? So now we have this dog here.
So cat's out?
The cat, we just said not this year. We didn't say no. We just said not this year. That was the only thing about the cat.
And not next year, the
Yeah.
year after, the year after.
We'll see. We'll see how long. We'll see how long it can go. We'll see how long we can push it. But so we bring it back here, and the dog's nice. It's this little, kind of mutt-looking dog. It weighs fucking 10 pounds. It's fluffy. It's just like panting, freaking the fuck out. So we bring it home. We put it in the cage. It's in there for 2 minutes. Fucking takes a dump in the cage on this. So now we got to there's a blanket in there and a pad, and then we have to do laundry. My wife's like, okay, let's just take it to the Humane Society. Perfect. So me and my daughter take it down there. It's riding in the car. It's being crazy in the car. And we get down there. So the Humane Society, they need about 10 people working there, and they had 2. Maybe 2 working. Maybe just 1. I only saw 1. So they rely on a lot of volunteers.
Somebody's in the back.
Yeah. They rely on a lot of volunteers. So the dog's in the car, and I walk up, and this lady's like, oh, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, we found a stray dog, but we want to just leave it here, whatever. She says, okay, bring it out. So I bring it out, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's a cutie. And
always,
if you're going to volunteer your time at the animal place, you're going to be way into helping animals.
They always say the dog can have like one eye and half a jaw. I'm like, oh, what a cutie.
Exactly. And she's like, oh my gosh, I bet you didn't even want to bring him in. I bet you want to keep him. And my I'm like, lady, come on. She goes, well, don't worry. You're first in line if no one picks him up after 5 days to adopt him. And I'm like, could you not fucking say that in front of my kid and putting thoughts like that into her mind?
Yeah. I would
Brutal.
say, oh, they called. It's picked up.
So the lady behind there was helping someone else. She's like, okay, hold on. Rushes over, grabs a little it looks like the wand when you go to the concert, waves it over. It has a chip. That's great. She goes, do you mind waiting around a little bit? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Goes back, calls a number. The guy's like, hey, we got your dog here. And he goes, oh, I can come pick it up. And I already told her, I was like, because we had to drive 15 minutes to the Humane Society where we found the dog was by her house. So I said, I'll drive it back up there. She goes, okay. So I drove the dog all the way back to the house and we gave it back to the guy.
Bullet dodged.
So bullet dodged on adopting a dog. And, there was sadness, obviously, with the kids and stuff, but it was an entertaining 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday, on an otherwise lazy Saturday. So
you know what?
I'll take it.
Sometimes people, like when you're trying to hide something from kids and something, it's like, they just don't pick up on social cues. It's like, I really wish you wouldn't have fucking said
called attention to this situation. Yes. It's why I shot her fucking eye daggers when I was like, are you serious right now?
Grinding my teeth, talking through your teeth, come on.
And then everyone's like, oh, it's so cute. Everyone else in there, oh, it's so, I'm like,
stop,
guys, let's not. I'm trying to slither right in.
Do you want me to bring this next time? I'll just leave it on the side of the fucking road.
Yeah, and also good in there because it is the holiday season. So I think, don't they usually try to home and place a lot of cats?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So there was no cats in there to look at either. So there was no temptation. It was relatively low temptations. So it worked out.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah.
I can't remember Saturday.
It's good. We've been diving. We have more time now to dive in for. We've been watching some more movies, getting into some TV shows. Peacock, we're still enjoying.
We watched White Lotus.
I've been hearing great things about that. I heard the second season, which just finished or just started or something is better
Yeah.
than the first one almost.
Yeah, I was, because we did both seasons. Because I was like,
Okay.
at first I thought, and you know me, I'm not really big on those. You know, I was like, I thought it was like my first interpretation was it was like one of those Housewives or something like, you know, that where it's like that, not reality show, but it was just like almost like Lifetime.
Yeah.
shows. I'm like, I'm not watching.
It's so formulaic and what's it
Yeah.
about?
So it's kind of like a almost like a murder mystery.
Okay.
Like somebody, like people go to these hotels or White Lotus Hotel. Like the first season, it was like you know, it's a guy sitting at the airport, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, come home from my honeymoon. His wife's not there. Like, where's your wife? And he kind of just rolls his eyes, and they said, oh, where'd you stay? He said the White Lotus, and they said, I heard someone got murdered there or killed or something, and then they're actually loading the body, and then you smash cut a week earlier, and you got to figure out
Oh,
who
okay.
died,
Who done it? Okay. Nice. So it's like a murder thriller situation.
Yeah, but it's kind of like ironic. It's kind of, they have some funny moments and stuff like that.
Okay. Nice.
Second season, I thought, yeah, it was better.
Okay. And that's on HBO?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. We, now that we have the Peacock, we've been also hearing good things about Yellowstone.
Okay.
So we watched the first episode, but the first episode was like an hour and a half. It was like a movie, basically. Kevin Costner, it's a cowboy.
Yeah. It's like, it was Yellowstone. What's this prequel, like 1885, some kind of shit like that? I forget what it is.
I don't know. But yeah, it's he's like it seems like this one kind of mob-esque, maybe not mob, but just one family owned is like really deeply integrated with this city, with a small town. And so they kind of control everything, right? So they're like, oh, you can't get a permit on this part without going through us, or they basically kind of, it's like organized crime a little bit, and they're not robbing banks or anything, but
Roughnecks.
yeah, and it's all and it has to do a lot with Native American land as well, because their land butts up to a tribe and everything. Okay. So anyway, but there's a lot of funny IG reels on that. It's like, first day watching Yellowstone, you're just in your regular clothes. It's like second day, you have like a cowboy hat on. Third day, you're full on fucking redneck. But yeah, so good.
We watched Amsterdam, the movie, yesterday.
Oh, I haven't heard about this one.
It's got Christian Bale. It's got like every actor. I swear to God.
Oh,
it's like Christian Bale, Chris Rock's in it, Margot Robbie, Robert De Niro.
Wow.
Mike Myers. It's like a ton of people in there.
Wow.
It was okay. It was decent. Like Christian Bale plays a guy who like lost his eye in World War One or something.
Did he do his usual thing where he really goes all in on the character?
Yeah. He was kind of hunched over.
He's probably like, I actually blinded myself temporarily to feel what this character felt. We watched the new Bullet Train on Netflix with Brad Pitt. It's kind of like almost strikes me as like a Coen's brother type of movie. It's very stylized. I would say it's more like a Guy Ritchie kind of feeling, very hyper stylized kind of violence. And it all takes place on a bullet train, essentially in Japan. It's pretty good. Better than, it was a wife pick. She's like, okay, if you don't like it, I'm like, okay, whatever, we can watch it. So that one's on Netflix. So
all right, I'm looking it up.
I on Rotten Tomatoes, I would say it might have got probably critics, maybe like 70, low 70s. I would say maybe audience could have sniffed the 80s. Could have sniffed 80 on the audience score.
Did you look it up?
No.
Okay, I'm saying Bullet Train. Loading.
Oh boy.
So audience was 76. Tomato meter 54.
Oh no. Well, yeah. Take my word with a grain of salt for sure. I definitely haven't seen.
Well, you know what? I usually sometimes, especially if it's stylized, kind of go with the audience over the critics.
Yeah.
Just like Amsterdam, I think it was like.
Let
me look it up. I want to
tell me if you feel this way now. The whole movie was all green screened, and because everything was always green screened, it was just a weird. It made it a different type of movie, and I don't think I really like that. I like actual being, it doesn't have to be full on whatever, but where you clearly can tell it's like one chair and it's all green screen around it or whatever. But the whole movie is, I can't deal with that very well. I don't know why.
If it's the style, I'm fine with it. Like 300, I was fine. I was clearly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I was fine with it.
Yeah.
Amsterdam. See here, tomato meter 33.
Woof.
But the audience was 62.
62. That's not particularly positive either.
It was okay. I mean, I wasn't like, blown away. It just gets very like long to the point. You got to the point a little bit quicker. Because you kind of figure out like, so what's the deal here? Like,
what's going on?
It takes like an hour and then it's like, oh, okay, I get what they're doing now, but it's like,
okay.
This could have started about 20 minutes ago. 20
yeah.
minutes in the movie.
Well, they do. Did you see the new trailer for the last Indiana Jones for Harrison Ford? There's a new one coming out.
No way.
Yes. And they did the thing that they did in that Irishman movie where they did the younger CGI skin over? Okay. They did that with him again. It looks better than it did in the Irishman movie or whatever.
And it was okay. It looked fine on the Irishman. My problem was Robert De Niro doesn't move like a 40-year-old man. He moves like an 80-year-old man. So when he was beating that fool up on the side of the street, that was like an old man.
That was my biggest complaint.
He's like, obviously he can't, get down on the ground and start throwing knuckles.
Yeah. We're supposed to believe that this guy is fierce and he's going to beat the fuck out of somebody to their pulp. And it looks like your grandpa if they were beating somebody up, which isn't the same thing.
No, he just doesn't move that way. So,
but if you're going to do the face skin over, why don't you just put a stunt double in there that can actually do it up proper?
Exactly. He can act, on the talking parts, but when he gets into a brawl, maybe, just pan the camera out a little bit, just zoom out just a little bit.
Yeah.
Double.
He's an old man. He doesn't need to be doing his own stunts. He's got nothing to prove.
No.
He's got nothing to prove.
Okay. So I haven't seen that. I didn't know they're redoing Indiana Jones. I was about to ask you, is he going to fucking run in his wheelchair or something? Jesus.
I don't know, but this is also the last film score that who's the guy that does all those movies? John Williams is doing. Yes.
It is?
So it kind of has two parts to it, but
that's still not enough. I don't know. I'll have to see how it plays out.
I'm still going to watch it. Don't get me wrong. Of course I'm going to see it, but the last one, didn't we see it in theaters together?
The skull one, the Crystal
Skull. That was pretty brutal.
That one was pissing me off. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty bad. I don't really want to, but I want to watch it again to see. But it had Shia LaBeouf, and I remember, wasn't there Tarzan-like swinging on the jungle vines and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. See, it's like for movies, if you stay within your premise that you've built, I mean, Star Wars,
a lot of
I get Force, you've built this premise, but in
you can also use it to stop dinosaurs.
Where the Princess Leia is like blown out of the cabin and she's like floating in space and uses the Force to float back. I was like, oh hell, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like timeout here.
Oh, hold on, come on. And it's like, oh, it's all fake. No, but we've constructed a realm here, and now we can just do whatever we want. We just rewrite the rules.
I know. Yeah, it was. I mean, there's also, even the original Indiana Jones movies, there was a lot of stuff that is like, okay, yes, you can't reach into somebody's through their chest, fucking grab their heart out, and then put it back in. Like, we get it. Like, you have to suspend belief for a little bit.
Yes.
But to the point it was in Crystal Skulls was just too much. Like, there's a nuke going off.
Yeah, then
let me jump in the refrigerator.
Tarzanning through like monkey bars through treetops or something. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it just got pretty silly.
And then like fell back down to the truck, and it's like, okay, hold on.
Yeah, it was.
I'm out.
It
And then
was,
it was aliens, I believe, right? Then the crystal
I think
skulls
there
bring
was
aliens
an
or something.
alien.
I was like, oh fuck.
and that sent it over the top. That was that. I think that I remember in the theater. I think that was when you're first out. You finally you couldn't hold back. You had to have an outburst.
I think I did too. Yeah. Oh my god.
Because doesn't he go into a thing with the crystal skull and there's like some sort of meeting with a bunch of aliens?
Yeah. Like the big alien skull comes out or something. I can't quite remember. I remember going, oh my god, this is
fuck.
We have jumped
brutal.
the shark. We have jumped the shark. India's jumped the shark.
But they try to open the Ark of the Covenant and souls escaped. I don't know how's that any. It just didn't look so cheesy. It wasn't so cheesed.
Part of the allure of like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, now the Covenant was, remember, he put the box in like that field of boxes, and it's like,
yes,
you'll never know. And then it's like they find it.
Yeah.
Later on, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I'm sure it made tons of money. And Harrison Ford certainly doesn't need any money, but whatever.
Yeah, I always feel when you see stuff like, Harrison Ford or like right now, like Clint Eastwood, like, oh, they're going to do a movie. It's like, man, that executive team is taking an awful risk of like having to digitize his ass the rest halfway through.
I know. I'm like, yeah, that dude is no spring chicken anymore.
It's a high possibility he may not make it.
Yeah.
The shoot.
Well, the only movies he's in now are ones that are directed and produced by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
He's like, I got the perfect casting.
They're not taking the gamble on him.
I got the perfect casting. But yeah, we've been trying to force the kids to watch some of the, the classic Christmas movies. We even started White Christmas. 7-year-old and 3.5. That was tough.
White Christmas. Which one's that?
Bing Crosby. It's like a singing musical.
Oh, yeah. So I never did that one because I hate musicals.
Yeah, but those, the Grinch. But we're at this weird age where some stuff's too scary. They just like different stuff. It's hard to,
and I think we're gonna sound like old man here, but with the presence of YouTube, where it's like everything's basically like within about 15-minute clip.
Yeah.
Some of these older movies that take a long setup and stuff, and it's just
yeah.
Get it.
The media is just being consumed at a pace that was not the same in 1960 whatever or 50s when they were making this. They're like, oh, now in Technicolor.
Yeah.
Like before they weren't even able to make color movies, and then now they're like, we get a 9-second TikTok, and that's what we're dealing with.
That's what we got. Yeah, So it's, I think
Boomer.
we've done
Boomer segment over.
Rudolph's Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We've done, obviously, Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
We even saw the new one, Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Christmas Story or something like that.
How was it? It has a kid in there, right?
Yeah, actually, it has mostly everybody in there.
Okay, yeah.
Except for the dad, obviously. The guy's been dead for. Well, actually, I don't think the mom's in it. She's almost hell, but
was the leg lamp in there?
I can't remember. It was okay. It wasn't so bad. It was better remake than, I don't know if did you see Hocus Pocus 2?
A little bit of it, but I heard it was horrible.
Garbage.
I heard it was
like
horrible.
Disney Channel specials. What it looked like.
Oh shit! They try to act like it was. They were really pumping that.
Oh yeah,
they were really.
And my dad watched it, and Siskel and Ebert there. I would have enjoyed that movie if I was a 12-year-old girl. That was horse shit. That was one of the worst pieces of shit.
I mean, that's kind of what my daughter was like. Oh, they're like throwing makeup at each other at the CVS, and it's just kind of silly.
Silly.
But
Disney Channel stunts for you're like, okay.
Yep. Well, we gotta get our stockings stuffed.
Ooh. There you go.
Wow, chicka, wow. We it's gonna be Christmas this weekend. So
it is. You going anywhere?
Nothing, just the usual places around. Not doing any cooking this time, so I'm happy to be more on the consuming end. But the driving, 2-3 hours of driving, 2 or 3 days in a row, it's just kind of just adds up. It adds up on you.
Yeah.
So
every year I try to lobby to stay home, but never.
Yeah. Can we just order pizza and
Yeah.
throw on a movie?
Can we just see
hit
them
that
like
easy
a week
button?
early?
Easy Hit that easy button. Yeah, let's just knock it out a week early.
And I'll just hang out.
That'll do it. But yeah, we're still doing good on Elf on the Shelf. We're still holding strong on it. But we got the easy pack. We got the pack, so it's helpful.
I told my wife about that.
Yeah.
She says maybe she had a spot where you could basically download it for free. And I was like,
oh. Right. You just print them out yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still said, he'll
still
never
for
come back.
$40.
He's back. He's not welcome in this house.
He's not. No fly zone for the Elf on the Shelf. No way. Well, we want that's it. See you. It's Christmas time. We out of here.
We're out of here for a few days.
We gone. We're gone. At least until next week. And then it'll be the last show of the year for 2022. Bon voyage.
We'll recap it.
Feliz Navidad. Yeah, maybe we'll do we haven't done the old death list. We can make some predictions, some death list predictions.
So us pin Clint Eastwood to next week.
Yes.
Clint Eastwood talk next week.
Year in review. We'll see who died last year, and then we'll take our best shots at who's dying this year. But anywho, happy holidays to everybody. I think Hanukkah's going already, so
yes,
congrats on that. And then if you're doing Christmas and Kwanzaa and Festivus, enjoy all that stuff. Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm CERN.
Cheers.